Good morning. It is Monday again. Monday, March something. We don't even care anymore. It's towards the end of March. It's something. It's something. I'm all about time today, or the lack of. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I feel like there's been something trying to work its way through my psyche for a while, and I'm continuing to work my way through it. And so I'm here today and on my funky background to see if we can talk a little bit more. Tammy, I think that's you. Can't really see. Come on in. It's Monday. Yay, we're off to another week, right? So, do we really care? Thank you for the March 29th. I've been really going to some wild places over the past 24 hours, time-wise, trying to figure out. I think that my psyche is trying to release time, trying to release the controls that time has on me and on everyone else, trying to sort it all out. So we'll just sit here and have a little talk about time. Let's see where Diana's brain likes to go, because my brain can go to some really wild places. I posted something yesterday that said, trust me, the more you get to know me, the weirder I get. And that's kind of the truth. It's I'm sitting here and my psyche likes to go to these really deep places and try to sort things out. So I want to go there with you guys today. And I have a feeling you're going to have to hold on, buckle your seatbelts. Good morning, Carol Ann. I'm so glad you're here joining me. This is going to be fun to play with. It's a fun conversation. So, we talk about being at the playground. Well, today we're going to have a fun conversation. Still have a headache, so please forgive me for looking so exhausted. I don't know what it is with me, but I'm working my way through it. I really feel like this headache is a part of the ascension process because, man, when we've got a big growth spurt coming through, it affects us physically, and my body is struggling, really struggling to keep up this past month. So it's here. The body is here. The soul, the spirit, my higher self is really, really active today and ready to share some information with everyone. So, what is time, really? That's my question. What is time? And is it even real? Is it just another one of those things that human beings have decided that there has to be some kind of way to keep track? Like we keep track of everything. We keep track of our finances. We keep track of our kids. We keep track of our... What else do we keep track of? Help me. We keep track of time all the time. Time is time. Time is like forever, the calendar, and what time is it? What time is it? And have you noticed over the past few years that very few people even wear watches anymore? If we don't have our phone on us, we really literally have no idea. We got no idea. We can look up at the sky and we're like, well, it's daylight. It's daylight, so it must be during the day. It's dark out. Well, it's evening now. Whatever. We can keep track that way, the old-fashioned way, but we don't really... There seems to be a disillusion going on. This awakening is providing us with this higher expansion of, time doesn't really exist. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. We have at some point, mankind decided to create a clock that goes around, in a calendar that goes around the cycles of the earth. Our daytime cycles, when the sun comes up, when the sun goes down. And we do silly things like daylight savings time, which is the craziest thing. Man, people are crazy when you think about it. Things that we do to ourselves. We've got our calendars that go by, the cycles of weather, how the weather changes throughout the year, how far away from the sun we move, and all that jazz. We have created something. We have created something that controls us to a certain degree. We can't go do this, it's too late. We can't do that, it's too early. We got to go to school during these months. We might take a vacation then because everybody else is taking it. Oh, it's springtime, let's have a break. All these things, we're all so intertwined with each other as far as time is concerned. We can't retire at the age of 35 because we're not old enough yet. And we can't get retirement benefits until we're 65, and we can't... And we have to stay in high school until we're a certain age, and then we can't go to college before a certain time. And like I could go on all day. Everything is related to your age, to time. So many things in our lives are related to this. Good morning, Stephen. Thank you. I don't feel so beautiful this morning. My body is very tired, but that's okay. It is what it is today. Thank you. So... the body is tired and the mind is going crazy. The mind is like, woo, really going out there. Because yesterday, as I sat talking to a good friend, We got really more deeply into time and what would happen if there was no time to control us. What would happen if there was no money? What would happen if all we had to do was put ourselves in a different space? So I want you to go here with me. We got 4. Stay with me here for a few minutes. I want you to consider the idea that there really is no time. Twilight zone time with with Diana, we're going to call this today. What if there really is no time? Now I know that I've lived or am living many different lifetimes. I have seen myself as this Native American healer. I've seen myself as a witch who was also a healer. I've seen myself as, I even saw myself as a cowgirl going across the prairie once. I've seen myself in different lifetimes. It's like I've stepped into it and there I am. There I am in a different place in a different time. I can talk to a friend. Last week we were in Florida and then we were in Charleston. And when I think, okay, I'm thinking of Carol and sitting on those swings, and I see myself there. I have time traveled. I've taken myself back to a different time when she and I were there together in those swings. That is time travel. I've literally taken, my soul has traveled to a different place, to what we would call a different time, and it's spending time there. I can see myself. I can imagine myself there, sitting on that swing, spinning around, getting dizzy, a little nauseated, and laughing hysterically. I can see myself there again. As I go into different lifetimes, I can see myself there too. Some of us have been in groups together. Voice of the Spirit became the never-ending meditation group. And many of us have seen ourselves as we go into meditation together. We have been able to see ourselves in that lifetime together. Imagine, we gather together, we go into deep meditation, we begin to visualize ourselves in the same space. I take you to that place. And pretty soon you are seeing yourself in that place. You're literally feeling the ground under your feet. You're smelling the smoke from the fireplace. You're able to reach out and touch. You can see. And suddenly you're like, oh, there you are. That's why I knew you before I knew you, because you were there in that lifetime with me. So if there's actually no time, see, I'm going to go even further, then those people that were together with me in that meditation group, we were actually time traveling. We were moving through time into another reality that is actually happening at the same time as this one. There is no time. I keep saying time, but if there is no time, then it is all happening at the same. It's all happening right now, right now, right now, right now. So as I go into that lifetime of, and maybe I was a pioneer woman, maybe I was a Native American healer, maybe I was this, maybe I was that, and I'm actually seeing myself there with an animal laying on the ground. I saw myself as a very small child. I might have been 3 or 4 years old. And there was an animal who had been injured, and a small deer, and she was laying there hurting. She was bleeding because she'd been injured. She'd been shot with an arrow or a gun. I can't remember, more probably a gun. That's what it felt like. And she had a hole in her, and she was bleeding. And I went to her, and I felt her pain, and I experienced what she was going through. And as a very young child, realized that my healing abilities started when I was very small. In that lifetime, I was very, very little, and I was reaching out with energy coming through my hands to heal this small animal. But I saw myself in every little bit of it. And then I would travel, as we're in this group meditating together, I would travel and I'd come to a different age, and I would be there. You know, I saw myself with one of the other tribe members who had passed, a female, in a canoe, laying there in that canoe, and I was sprinkling petals on her and doing some kind of ritual, blessing, and I was pushing her out to sea, out into the water. I don't know what we would have done. That's all I saw. We've seen each other from different places, like different members of the group would see me in a certain hut and themselves here, and they knew that we were neighbors, and they could see themselves giving me gifts, and they could see us out gathering. So we start to go into this where we see each other. Is it real? Of course it's real. And of course it's happening right now. The reason why we can move through these different realities when we go into deep meditation is because it's all now. It's all right now. It's hard for us to understand because we think of everything as being, linear. That happened 100 years ago, and that happened 50 years ago, and that lifetime I was, whatever. We can sit there and try to put a timetable on everything. That's what the monkey mind tries to do. That's how we learn to sort things from the time that we're very young in this physical form. We learn how to sort. Sorting is what I should have been starting with. We sort and we put into boxes. These are the experiences that we want to have, and these are the experiences that we don't want to have, and we start to put things in different boxes, and time becomes a big part of that, right? Counting and time and keeping track, it's all a part of that sorting process. That's how our brains try to create this reality that we are in. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how we're created. That's how we came into the world to play the game, right? We're all just playing a game here, and we're playing a game in all kinds of different. Some of us have multiple games going all at the same time. We're like, I'm playing that game, and I'm playing this game, and I'm apparently a good multitasker on the other side, because I know that I've got lots and lots of lifetimes that I'm learning from, and I'm learning from all of those lifetimes all at the same time, because there isn't any time. It's all happening right now. Are you following me? Am I getting too far out there? I told you I get really weird. I always notice when I have these times of exhaustion, the reason why I'm really exhausted is because I'm getting a lot of downloads. And I believe that we're all getting a lot of downloads, and we're all waking up to who we really are. And as we wake up to who we really are, we realize, okay, Diane's sitting here in this little chair in this cute little house in the mountains, and Diana, the true me, is there. She is there, and she's the one that's overseeing all these other little pieces of me that are running around doing different lifetimes, experiencing life. So let me go a step further, and this might freak a few of you out. So we've been trained up. Yes, she can go further into this. Stick with me. So if we are like that, then yesterday I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, all right. So we think of God as being this, being up in the clouds passing judgment, and, looking down and, deciding who's worthy of heaven and hell and all that stuff. Well, but what if we are actually, which we are, we're all a part of the creator energy. So you can take yourself to this place of, well, if I'm a part of the creator, I'm a part of God, then I've often said that the creator has chosen to experience life in billions of different ways. So the creator broke off into a billion little pieces, walking the planet, decide, and all those little pieces, us, are going around and experiencing life in all kinds of different ways. And some of those experiences are painful, but they really are just experiences. Some are filled with joy, some you want to just sit down and quit, and you're like, this is too hard. But it's all just experience. What if it's even bigger? What if you are your own God? Hang with me. And what if I am? And what if I am the one that chose to separate myself out? Now, there is the creator. I'm not going to say, oh, there's no God. There's the creator. The creator breaks off into all these little pieces. And then all those little pieces can also break off into a bunch of other pieces and decide, well, I want to play that game, and I want to play that game, and I want to play that game, and that game, and that game. And I've got all these soul family members out there, my tribal members, and I go to them and I say, hey, guys, you want to play this game next? And they're like, yeah, sure. Or do you want to play this at the same time as that game? I got enough of me. I can do that. I can just pull this other character out. Like in Monopoly, you got all these little pieces. You got all these pieces of yourself. And you get to choose how much experience you want to have at any given time and where you're needed. Of course, some of us as light workers were needed in different places at different times. We are bigger. The end result of all of this crazy thought that I've got going on inside of me is that we are so much bigger and greater than we can even imagine. And my imagination allows me to get more and more detailed all the time. My imagination says, well, what if there's a billion little me's running around in different places all at the same time? And not only am I living out all these different experiences, but in that same experience, this experience, I have run across myself before. Think about that. I'm going to get really crazy now. What if I am actually experiencing this existence through different me's also? Oftentimes I've been walking around and somebody will say, I know you. Why do I know you? Why is your face so familiar? Why? I've even had people say that when they look at me, they see themselves. And I'm like, well, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe you are me. Maybe we are each other. Maybe this is all of my creation, and I have chosen to break myself up into all these little pieces, and I keep running into myself. And then some of us are in the same soul family, and we're playing the games together. And so we've got all of our little selves walking around too. We're running into ourselves wherever we go. And we just keep on intermingling, and suddenly we'll meet one. And you know those moments when you meet one of those absolute true souls of your soul family. Something in you just goes bing. There's that moment of zing. Zing is a better word. I came from the movie Hotel Transylvania. Zing. You have that zing moment where you go, oh, wait a minute. You take that double take. You'll be walking along through life and you see someone and you're like, oh, wait, I know you. Something lights up in you. You all know it. You've all been there. You have these deja vu moments where you are like, suddenly you're like, that's weird. Why do I feel like I've already been here? Well, because you have been. Because you and all your different all your magnitude of greatness, you are experiencing life right now, because there is no time. Right now, right here, right now, right here, right now, in so many billions of ways. So deja vu, you're like, oh, in the past, I probably crossed through there. Nope. Maybe you might have said in a past life, I might have crossed there. No. There is no past. There's no future. There's only right now. So in that moment of deja vu, you're actually in the same space as another you in another dimension that is happening right now at the same time. So you crossed into your own energy. You felt it. You went, oh, that's weird. Why do I feel like that? You just crossed into your own energy. How weird is that? I can go weirder if you want me to. We could sit here and talk. This is the kind of conversation that I enjoy, that I light up with. I find small talk so ridiculous. I don't want to talk about small talk. I want to sit around in a group of people who can all get as weird as I am. They can just go deeply into this and go, oh my gosh, okay, that's making sense to me. Now, and you guys bring it. You're like, okay, well, let me play with this idea. And you're willing and open-minded enough to think, maybe it's a possibility. These are the people that have changed history. They've changed reality because they are willing to accept that they don't know everything. They're willing to accept that maybe these far out ideas that people have might actually be something that's real. So we all want to do time travel and we all want to be superheroes. We all want that. And the reason why we want it and the reason why we create movies and books and we write about these things all the time and our imaginations go to all these wild places is because there is a deep-seated part of us that knows that we're already doing it and that we've been doing it and that we know how to do it. We just need those reminders. We just need to remember. So as we're sitting here, now here's what was coming to me yesterday, and this one is far out, and I really want you to spend some time with this, and tomorrow I'm going to check back in with you. This is your homework. So I want you to consider that right now, as you're sitting here, as you're sitting here in this reality, you're looking at me, you're listening to me, and you're going, she's really crazy. But right now, as you're doing that, the same beingness, your beingness, is also out there doing other existences, also out there living different lifetimes consecutively at the same time. Boom, 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 all going on at the same time. Now you're sitting here in this place and you're like, well, I really wish that I had a certain ability that somebody else has. Or I feel an echo of that within me as if I've done it before. What if you really want that? Or you want this abundance and you know that I've seen myself as a queen. I've seen myself living lives of great abundance in the past. Or what I thought was the past. So that lifetime is going on right now. So what if everything is pure energy before it becomes physical, if it's really energy, then energy can be passed through from one dimension to the next by our belief. So I choose to be abundant. I choose to own all of this little community that I live in. They're coming up for sale, ding, 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 all over the place. And I want a healing center right here. I want a healing village right here. I've chosen. This is my place. This is Cherokee land. Native American land sacred. I'm tired of all of the commercialism downtown. I don't want those commercialism people to come up here and buy up all this land. So I choose abundance now. It's like, okay, now I need to pull in that abundance of the queen. The queen owns the land. The queen can pick up and take any piece of land that's here. The queen can own it all and create a village where light workers can come and heal. This is what I choose to have here in this lifetime. And so I begin to pull in. This is a science experiment 101. I have not fully done this yet, but this is where it's coming to yesterday. Why don't you begin to pull in the abundance from your other lifetimes that are going on at the same time? If it's all a game, then I can move the pieces. I can decide. In Monopoly, we would put $500 in the center of the board, and anytime somebody would land on free parking, and anytime they would land on anything else like the taxes or any place where they had to give money to the bank, we had them put it in the middle of the board. And then eventually somebody would land on free parking, and it'd be, yes, you get all that pot right in the middle. We made that rule. It's not in the rule book, I don't think. No, we made it up because it's fun. Well, we're here to have fun. This is all a game. I'm going to change my rules a little bit. I choose to pull the abundance that's going on in another lifetime, probably many lifetimes. I choose to pull that into my existence now. I choose to have that here. I choose to be able to create whatever it is that I choose to create. I am not limited. I am completely unlimited. And I can choose to bring in different energies into this existence. Am I making you crazy yet? It's exciting, isn't it, Melanie? It's exciting to think about it. It's exciting to, here's the thing, is an open mind there's nothing wrong with having an open mind. It's not going to hurt you. Your brain won't explode if you have an open mind. And if you have this beautiful imagination, there's a combination that Paul used to say, imagination plus intent. I say imagination plus intent plus emotion. You have to feel it. So you say, you imagine just as big as you choose to imagine, and then you place your intent on this happening. I choose to own this whole little community that I live in. I choose to create something magical here where people can come and heal, and where people can find their magic again. I choose that right here. And then I push my emotion into it. That beautiful, loving, unconditional heart that I've got, I take it and I fill it up with love, and I say, okay, that's the final ingredient into my cauldron. So I just go, okay, imagination, intent. I'm placing my intent. And now I'm pushing that big old heart, all that emotion into it. And as I do that, I can feel it begin to swirl around. And I see it. Now I can see this cauldron and it's popping, and there's these colors coming up out of it like a mist. And they're starting to create into physical form because I choose. Because I choose. And if I need another ingredient, like say I need to pull some physical wealth into it, like, okay, well, the energy of wealth is there in that lifetime. So I'm going to go into that lifetime. I'll go deeply into meditation, and I'll see myself in that lifetime, and I'll see myself taking a certain something that's got lots of value, and I'll see myself putting it someplace that's it's close enough for me to then find it in this lifetime. Can you imagine? Imagine if we could do that. So suddenly I'm like going through life, and I go, oh, there's a closet here in my house. There's a number of them I've never even explored. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to leave it in that closet. I'm going to go into that lifetime. I'm going to come to this cute little home. I'm going to take something and I'm going to put it in that closet. I'm going to see myself putting it there. And then in this lifetime, I'm going to open up that closet and I'm going to find it. And I'm going to, oh, look what I found. Can you imagine if that's real? Use your imagination. I know it sounds crazy, and I know I'm working on writing a book. I know there's a big fictional book coming out of me very soon. But I want you to please, fiction comes from a deep-seated part of us where there's truth. You can read books and you'll find truth. Harry Potter was loaded full of truths. Magical, crazy. And it's loaded. All these books that you're drawn to, even if they're fiction, they often have tidbits of information. You have given yourself. You have laid out a treasure map for yourself in other existences so that when you go, you feel drawn to that thing and you go, okay, I'm going to read that because I feel really drawn to it. And suddenly as you're reading it, you're like, ding, ding, ding. Oh, I got it. You're working, you're intermingling with your own true self. is helping you to find those hints, those clues, to help you to move along, to help you to create an existence that comes from this inner part of you, your innermost being. Imagine that. So that's where I am today. I'm all about imagination and creating. You are a creator. You are a creator. You were here at the beginning of time. If you look around you and you see these beautiful trees and these flowers, and you're like, oh, how magnificent, and you're thanking God, remember that you are a part of God and that you were here at the beginning of time and you are a part of all of this creation. And if you're a part of all this creation, then what are you going to do now? Let's create a healthy earth. Let's create full bellies and all the children, all the people. Let's create a warm home for each being on the planet. Let's create love. Let's create more trees, more birds, more singing. I hear them singing out there. Let's create a more beautiful world together. What do you say? If we treat it like a game, stop taking it so seriously, and we start to imagine ourselves in a more beautiful world, a world where there's nothing but unconditional love. Fear goes away, it's gone. And we begin to just imagine that when we step out of our house in the morning, everyone that we see is going to look upon us with unconditional love. And we're going to look upon them with unconditional love. And we're going to treat this planet like it's as precious as it is. And we're going to learn to love everything about it. And we're going to take better care of it. And we're going to take better care of each other. And when we see someone that's hungry, we don't go, oh, he's got a sign, he's standing there, and if I give him any money, he's just going to go and buy liquor probably anyway, so I'm not going to give him any money. That's not the way to do it. The way to do it is you look at him with kindness and compassion. And you don't judge. He might be going to go use that money for some cat food for his cat. He might be going to use that money for a meal that he hasn't had in 3 days. He might be going to use it for some warm coffee on a cold day. Those things that you take for granted every day. Maybe he wants a hot shower. This morning when I climbed out of that hot shower, I was like, oh, thank you for that hot shower. Thank you for this cute little bathroom. Thank you for a home to live in. Thank you for the sun that's shining today. Thank you for, and I started being in gratitude. And when I look upon other people, I want to be the one that says, you know what, I'm not going to judge you. I'm just going to treat you with unconditional love. And if I didn't have all these things and I was standing on a street corner and I needed a few bucks, I hope that somebody, or if it was one of my children, I hope that somebody wouldn't judge me poorly and say, you don't deserve to have that. I hope that they would just hand me a few bucks that was in their pocket. So, no more judgment, just love. These are the things that we are creating on the planet. Maybe you can't go as far out there as I go. I can get way out there, I know. But you can go as far as helping to change the energy on the planet. Pull it back to more kindness, more compassion, more love, being what everyone I get a lot of judgment from Christians. I get a lot of judgment. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to apologize. I love everyone. And I get a lot of judgment as if I'm like something evil. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Jesus just loved. And Jesus did not judge. And Jesus sat with the sinners. And Jesus fed the hungry. And Jesus created water and healed and just gave of himself in love and compassion, unconditionally, without judgment. And so that is me being Christ-like, not me being evil. And so anyone that chooses to judge me for that, I don't know where they're coming from. But that's what I choose to see more of on the planet. More kindness, more compassion, more love. And those people that judge, I love them too. I know they just can't see. They're just blinded. They're a part of me too. They're part of my creation. Just like you are. Just like I'm a part of yours, right? So that's where I am today. Let's see what you guys got. Look at my little tired eyes. Yeah, it is a fun theory, isn't it, Tammy? It's just fun to play around with. That's right. Always been crazy, wouldn't change a thing. Crazy is fun. Crazy is fun. Let's see. That's right. That's right. We're all calling Archangel Michael at one time, aren't we? How do we do that? How does that work? If you ever thought about that, you're like, I used to think, well, I can't bother Archangel Michael because he's too busy taking care of everybody else. I can't, Scott, there's got to be more important things out there than me for those angels. And suddenly I went, nope, here's what happens. They're all right here. You have this portal right here at your heart. And when you call them, they come right out. I felt it. And I was like, oh, that's where I feel them. Heart, solar plexus area. When the angels are around me, when Jesus comes in. Hello, Jesus. When they come in, sorry, it's an overwhelming sense of love. When they come in, where do we feel them? We feel them right here in our center. That's where they are. It's like a portal. They come right out. They don't have any time. They don't have any limitation. Steve has made that very clear. I can be a million. Why do you worry about me being here with you and not being with my kids? Do you think I can't be in both places at one time? He's like, I can be a billion places at one time. I can be wherever I want, whenever I want. When we step on a physical, we can be anywhere we want, whenever we want to be there, and as often as we want to be there. There's no limitation. So Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Jesus, the Ascended Masters, all of that, they are here for you and here for me, and there is no limit, and you can call them anytime you like. And we are that. Believe it or not, you are the same energy as that. Your true self is that, can be a billion different places at the same time. So if you want to go a little further with me, I have split off into a billion little places at the same time. So right here, right now, I'm sitting here with you talking to you, and I might be in a billion other places talking to other people. I've set myself up. I have chosen to play many, many games at the same time. Maybe that's why I'm so tired. It's tiring sometimes, baby. So I just want you to spend some time, even if it's far out there. Having an open mind allows you to create, to have that imagination, to let your inner child come out and play and say, what if? What if? Wouldn't it be cool to be putting yourself in that little fairy tale kingdom? Sometimes when I'm walking through the forest, I hear hoof prints, I hear hoof steps, I hear a horse. And if I close my eyes, I can see a great big white horse walking through the woods. And there's Prince Charming on the back, looking for his sleeping beauty. Your imagination is completely unlimited. And because your imagination is completely unlimited, you are completely unlimited. The more you allow your imagination to be your guide, the more unlimited you will be. So imagine that for a while. Just imagine. That's what I got for you guys today. So, who would like to bring in a little healing energy? Me. Bringing it in, bring it in. If you're having any pains, any aches or pains, any fatigue today, with right along with me, any ascension symptoms that are really plaguing you, anything that's going on, let's go ahead and see ourselves as those trees for a minute. Put your feet down on the ground and let your roots grow just as big as they want to grow. Let them grow out. And as they grow bigger and bigger and bigger, they start to reach and touch one another. So you can actually reach and touch each other. Your roots will kind of intertwine with those around the world. You're that magnificent that you can do that. And we're calling in Archangel Michael. For all of you that have any worries, Archangel Michael's coming in to protect you, to remove any heavy energy, to lighten up your load, to take away any cords attachments, any earthbound spirits, any spells, any old karma, any old soul contracts, anything that you can remove, any lower vibrational energies that you're ready to get rid of, any doubt. Why not just throw doubt out the window? Who needs it anyway? Doubt just holds me back. Doubt is a part of fear. I doubt that I can do that because my fear says, well, if I did that, I might fall. I might get hurt. I might look stupid, whatever. So doubt goes out the window today. Bye-bye, doubt. I don't need you anymore. No more self-doubt. Gone. Throw it away. Let the angels just scoop it up and recycle it. We're going to do some recycling today. Whatever else that you're carrying around inside of you, if it's fear-based and you're ready to let it go, if it's anything that's pulling your energy down, you can just say, okay, take this from me. I don't need this anymore. Any illness, any weakness in your body, releasing, just letting go. And watch as those mighty roots go down into the earth. And as those roots go down to the earth, your tree sprouts right up out of the ground, and it's huge. The trunk of that tree is massive, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and out of that trunk starts growing all these beautiful branches. And as the branches grow, they start to grow leaves, and they're creating shade. And as the breeze blows through, your leaves are talking. They're making these beautiful sounds, and if you listen, you can hear what they say. Just listen closely. It's one of my favorite things to do. Listen to the trees talk. And let's just be in stillness together, seeing ourselves as above, so below. This beautiful tree above the ground, and gorgeous, magnificent, amazing roots below the ground, reaching all the way to the core of the earth, allowing that energy from the core to come all the way back up, to go through your roots, to reach out to the roots of others. As they touch the roots of others, those souls are waking up. They're waking up, they're feeling healing. The earth is feeling your energy go through the roots, and it's healing the earth. Imagine we're just sitting here changing everything. Just where you are right now, you are healing the earth. Taking a big breath. Allow all that healing energy to go to every one of your branches, every one of your leaves, to every part of your physical body. Take a big breath. Pull it all the way in. Feel yourself fall into center. Right there at the center of your tree, there's a beating heart. See it flashing? It's pink beneath the trunk of your tree, and it's beating. Ba-bump, ba-bump, ba-bump. And it's sending all this love out. And as it does, it just starts to come out through your branches, and it starts to rain down on all the earth. Allowing it to go right to where it's needed in your physical body. Calling in the angels, calling in Jesus, who's already here. Feeling that energy hit your heart and go out to wherever it's needed. Bringing back the strength. Removing any physical illness, any emotional illness. Depression goes away. Sadness goes away. Grief goes away. And it's replaced with pure, beautiful joy. Unconditional love filling every part of your being. Keep breathing nice and easy. Let that love, that pranic energy, just fills your whole body, pushing out anything that's lower vibrational. Strengthening you, allowing you to feel your power. And take a nice easy breath. Pull it in very, very easy. It comes in with such strength, that healing energy. And you'll feel it right around your solar plexus, and pull it in, filling your belly right up with all of that healing. So nice. So beautiful. Let it go to every cell. You are so needed here. It is difficult. It is a difficult time to be in physical form. And so many are checking out and choosing to step out of physical form, but you're still here. You've made it this far, and you're going to continue to keep going and going and going. Let's have a little upgrade on our battery today. Let's bring in an Energizer battery. See those little pink bunnies? Boom, 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 hitting their little drums coming in. Bringing in some Energizer batteries for all of us so that we can make it through this very heavy time. This difficult energy that we're trying to work through. It's like swimming through pea soup sometimes, I think. And yet we've got the strength. You are special. You're stronger than many, and you're going to make it through this. You will make it through. So allow that energy to fill you right up, go into every cell of your body and lighting it up. And as it lights up, you can see it just coming out of your pores, just lighting up. There's your light being. There she is. There he is. Allowing your higher self to be a part of who you really are now. Coming into alignment with the egoic self. Raising your vibration high enough so that your true you can exist within this physical form. Taking a big breath. There you are. Can you feel it? Thanking your higher self. Say, come on in. Just pull your vibration up to where your higher self is. It's only about 3 feet. You can do it. Pull yourself up. Reaching those branches up, up, up. There you are. There you are. And feel that energy come right through the branches, down through your fingers, through your hand, through your arm, all the way down through all the muscles, into the glands of your neck, into your ears, your eyes, filling every cell of you, settling into your heart, into your solar plexus area, right into the center of you, this beautiful higher self. Excellent. Excellent. Severing any cords or attachments to anyone that's holding you back now. Let it go. You don't need to be held down by anyone. We let them go with love. They're all finding their own way. They're going to be okay. We love them unconditionally. We can't carry them on our backs. We allow them to be in their own space, growing into their own trees. Sorry. Asking for healing on all the chakra centers, all of the different parts of us. Opening up your chakras, getting them spinning perfectly. Feel it coming all the way up from the root of you. Breathe it all the way up. All of those chakras get spinning, throwing off any blocks, cords, attachments, anything that still exists in there that's lower vibrational. Clearing you right up. Pull it all the way up. Pull that kundalini up too. Just take a big breath, pulling it all the way up from the base of your spine. Claiming your own power. Who are you? You are a powerful being. A powerful being of unconditional love. Beautiful. All the way up to your crown. Opening up your crown chakra. Pulling that energy all the way up through the crown. Boom. See yourself just lighting up the world. Boom. It shoots right on out. This beautiful light goes to wherever it's needed on the planet. And I want you to close up that crown. As you're all filled with unconditional love, close it back up. See it shutting down a little bit. See yourself pulling those roots back up out of the earth, and they come back into your feet. Feel them coming in. You don't need to say goodbye to your higher self. Your higher self, once your vibration is high, your higher self likes to stay. So allow your higher self to exist within you for a while. Just experience your true self. Hear the answers. Go deeply into meditation. Let your higher self speak to you. Answer those questions you've got. It's good to be in solitude. So keep that around. Keep your higher self close. And I want you to just open yourself back up a little bit, as feeling those feet, those toes, coming back into physical. Feeling your fingers. Feel that heat in your hands. You've been gifted again with more healing energy. And coming back into physical. You can open your eyes when you're ready. You can come back into your physical self, but allow yourself to stay close. Thanking those higher selves for staying close with you, for giving you more wisdom today, helping you to hear all the answers to your questions and more. To bring you a peace, a sense of unconditional love that just radiates out of you wherever you go. Asking Archangel Michael to protect each one of you today. To protect you as you go about your day, as you shine so brightly. You have control. You can turn yourself up and turn yourself down. Take that little knob. I don't want to shine quite so brightly. I can turn myself back down. If I want to shine real bright, I'll turn myself up. It's my control. I get to choose. And you are perfectly safe and protected within. Take good care of yourselves today, you guys. What is that? Weak people revenge, strong people forgive, intelligent people ignore. Very good. I like that. Astral travel is amazing, isn't it? So I gave you guys a lot to think about today. I hope that you at least will spend a little bit of time with an open mind. You don't have to believe it all. Sometimes I go, what was that? And then other times I go, wow, that was cool. Let's do that again. Just enjoy it. Enjoy this experience. Have fun. Be the child that you are. Enjoy that big, wide open mind that you got, that you are open enough to be here and to imagine a more beautiful world. And I thank you guys so much for being a part of it. I thank all the angels, the ascended masters, Jesus, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Kuan Yin, Metatron. Who else did I sense here? My grandmothers. Both of them were here. Steve. everyone that's here, all of your guides, to all of you, to all of your higher selves. I am grateful and I'm thankful. And I will see you again. Let's see, I think we're going to try to be on Silent Mystics at 3:33 today. So it may be just me. I don't know. I'll try to pull some more people in. Take good care of yourselves today. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.